move towards the Rovermate 1 and 2 training. So that as the facilitators prepare, as we prepare our program, we focus on areas that we have so much weakness and we will want to understand. So that during the training, we get a full package of what is required during the Rovermate training. And as you leave the training, you can be able to consume and support even other rovers to consume the same program. Sawa? And the purpose of you as a scout, why you call yourself as a scout, and you mentioned it here, is when you conform to the principles of scouting and the scout promise. And more importantly, an active scout consumes the scouting program. So if you are a Jasiri scout and you are not consuming the scouting program, it means there is a problem. If you are a rover scout and you do not understand your own program, there is a problem, all right? So it is important for you as a Jasiri scout to understand your program and actively consume that program. Are we together up to there? It is very important for you not only just to understand, but actively consume that program, because that is how you transform yourself from the individual who was invested as a rover scout to an individual who has the highest badge in the Jasiri section. And when you look at it, when you leave discovery session and you move to the journey discovery stage and you move to the journey stage, there is a reason why it has been connoted as the journey stage. You're supposed to walk the journey. You're supposed to live the journey. You're supposed to create impact. You're supposed to transform yourself as a scout, so that by the end of your journey, we can look at you and see the difference between when you came in, when you were invested as a rover scout, and now that you are living as a Jasiri scout who has consumed the program. We have to be able to tell the transformation between when you came in and when you are leaving. Sindio? Gere has taken you briefly on the basics. And we expect a Jasiri scout who is going for Rovermate 1 and 2 training. 1 is an invested Jasiri. Okay, you cannot be a novice and we call you a Jasiri. You are an invested rover scout. Sindio? We do not expect to have novices in the training. All right? Scout Sui, we expect that you have been invested. Why is it important that we want to have Jasiris who have been invested and understand what it means to be a Jasiri scout? Because of the stages that you go through before investiture, the pre-investiture tests and the investiture ceremony, which is symbolic. Sindio? All of you are invested. Scout Sui, all of you are invested. This is a scouting training, so it's supposed to be fun, here and there. All of you are invested. You went through pre-investiture tests. Sindio? Basic history of scouting, history of rover scouting, history of the founder of scouting. Sindio? You went through an investiture ceremony. Sindio? What was present during your investiture? Yes, during your investiture ceremony, what was present? What was there? Salt. Why salt? When you look at the methods of scouting, we talk about symbolic frameworks, Sindio? And we talk about how scouting embraces symbolism to pass information and to bring out the aspect and uniqueness of scouting to young people. Sindio? So there are many things that happen during your investiture that make it unique and make it important for any novice who wants to be a Jasiri scout has to go through that before they now come to participate in the Rovermate 1 and 2 course training. Sawa sawa? Now, the way you are seated, get a partner. Just to get a partner, have someone. Get a partner. I am expecting you are getting a partner. Get a partner. Who is your partner? Jinsi mlika wanaume peke yenu. Now when I'm saying get a partner, mnajipata mko wanaume peke yenu. So everyone has a partner. Ngeso, do you choose right or left? This is what we are going to do. We are going to balance the gender. Sindisawa? See, that's better. No, queen's candle, king's candle. So what do you want? Individual. Now, this is what we are going to do. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. So, you're going to help me answer it. I can say this is one group, this is another group. Sindio? So that it becomes easy. This is one group, this is another group. You're going to help me answer 2 questions. So, you're going to help me answer 2 questions. The first question, you've talked about rovers, you've talked about rover scouts, scouting, rover scouting, etc., etc., etc. So I want you to help me answer these 2 questions. The first question is, why is rover scouting important? So group 1, group 2. The first question is, why is rover scouting important? Because you guys call yourself rovers. So why is it important to have rover scouting? The second question is, how can rover scouts continue to create a social impact? How can rover scouts continue to create social impact today? In today, how can we as Jasiri Scouts, as rover scout, continue to create social impact? We are scouts, indio? We call ourselves global citizens. We are Jasiri Scouts. Our motto is service. So what do we mean by service? How can we create an impact? And how can we continuously have an ongoing that impact as rover scouts? Scouts, we have 5 minutes. So you can group yourself kidogo, you can group, then highlight why you think it's important to have rover scout, and how can we continue to create social impact. So you can do whatever, akasako. You can do akasako as well. I don't know if we have someone online, live. Do we have anyone live who has joined our live feed? They can also do the same. So those who are live, you can also do the same and put a comment so that we know, do you understand why it's important to have rover scouting? And 2, how can we as Jasiri Scouts continue to create a social impact in today's environment with the resources that we have, with the people that support us? How can we continuously create a social impact? And it is important for us to understand that the Rovermate 1 and 2 training is meant to give us knowledge and skills to consume the program, and 2, to equip us with necessary skills that can put us somewhere. So in your own ways, how do you understand? How do you think it is important? Oh, let me not move closer so that you discuss. And have one person note it down. Have one person note it down. Those who are live, you can put it as a comment. Then we'll be able to read your comments on what your thoughts are. Weka hawa wanachoma. Mimi nataka kuona ni nani wako hapo. Huyu hawezi nisaidia na you're not telling me I'm live. So you have 3 minutes remaining. You have 3 minutes. Nipatieni kwa yangu. Hakuna.